Okay, it says I'm live. I think it is the weirdest thing. Are you here, Gabby? I know Gabby was trying to be here with me. Thank you for putting up with the delay. I was trying to go live. That's why it says part 2 or try 2 or attempt 2. I don't even know what it says now. There I am. Yay! I'm so excited to be here. Hey, I cannot wait. I want to see, let's see the pop-out dashboard. I want to pay attention to who else here and hanging out with me. Please feel free to share with your friends. Oh, but it looks like there's 2 people viewing. Say hi, okay? I'm so excited to be here. So, hey, y'all, if you don't know me, I'm Tracy Hyde. This is my channel. The Curious Owl is my daughter. You want to know about books, go check her out. She does so much more than books, but that's a big one. And she does like productivity sprints. Oh my gosh, amazing. When I need to focus, I go hang out with the Curious Owl. You need to go have some fun with her. Okay, so look, I got the cutest little toy today at Target. So if you don't shop like the little $3 and $5 thing when you first walk into Target, I don't know what's wrong with you. It is a Hungry Hippo. Is he not the cutest? Anyways, I was having a ball with this and several other toys. But he might be up for a giveaway. Look, I have like a whole pile of items to give away. And so if you are not part of my VIP group on Facebook, or if you haven't checked things out with me, you need to come check things out with me. We're gonna have some fun. You can actually get into my texting group if you, let's see, can I add it? I don't know if it will let me. If you message me, I'll try to add it here in the comments a little bit later. But if you message me on my business line, you can get into, like, you'll see all the things that I have. This is super cute. I just got this. I got this in white and I got it in black. It's just a little zipper pocket, but I want to tell you it's perfect for our sticks. Can you tell my light's a little? It's perfect for our sticks. So like you could see how that works. So cool. So you could, like, when you travel, you could put all your sticks in one of these. So I have one in white and one in black. And then I have the cutest Jordan Essentials green little wallet. We went adventuring, didn't we, Gabs? We went adventuring and having a great time. And I got this cute little wallet. It's an adorable little Marshalls. I found a lighter green one at what's it called, TJ Maxx. I love to shop, y'all. I love to go and find things for y'all, and so I have a ton of things that I'm going to be giving away over in my VIP group. I have all of the things. I just need to I have a guest at my house, and I'm taken out of my regular routine. So I will be gathering all of the comments and all the things for the birthday giveaway, my 50th birthday last month. So I'll be getting all of that stuff around, and I've got it all in the corner back here, and it's all ready to be shipped out. So I've got to do that. So I said I wanted to talk about books. Let's talk about books. Who is reading what? Throw it down here in the chat. I can't wait to hear what you're reading right now. I would love to know. I'm currently reading one of J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood novels. This is the Vampire Vicious story, and you learn a little bit about him. You learn his backstory. You learn about his mate. All the things that are going to happen, and it keeps. Listen, this story goes this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then that way, and then comes back this way. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, I'm on page 360. Gabby is reading The Magician by Michael Scott, the second book in the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series. Excellent. This is book like 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at me. My brain is amazing. It's spot on. I must have the brain cell. Is book 5 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I'm on chapter 34, page 367. So I just have this much left. It shouldn't take me very long to get through it. And then I am hopping into Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones, who is a native author. And you guys know, I know many of you have heard me talk about, I love to read Stephen Graham Jones. He has this spookable, like, native folklore type, like it's frightening enough. In Stephen Kingy, if I could even say. And I loved Stephen King growing up in my early adulthood years. And this book is actually, it's a shorty pie. Oh, well, let me tell you a little bit about the author. About the author, Stephen Graham Jones is the New York Times bestselling author of The Only Good Indians, which was really good. Has been an NEA Fellowship recipient and a recipient of several awards, including the Ray Bradbury Award for the Los Angeles Times and Bram Stoker Award, the Shirley Jackson Award, and Jesse H. Jones Award for Best Book of Fiction from the Texas Institute of Letters, the Independent Publisher Book Award for Multicultural Fiction, and the Alex Award from American Library Association. He is the Ivana Baldwin Professor of English at the University of Colorado Boulder, and talented, so talented. The Only Good Indians was a great story. Gave you lots of information, lots of like, even if you're not native, even if like that type of thing means nothing to you, you learn a lot. And it was very, very cool. So I loved that book. And so here I go. I'm into this one. I've got another book. It's called, Gabby, My Heart is a Chainsaw, or is it my mouth? It's the first in a trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones again. And I just can't help it. I like how he writes. I love the folklore. I love all the things. So if you haven't checked him out, I know oh, I got it right. Yay! Several of y'all who follow me, we talk about books all the time. And so I have a friend who just started The Only Good Indians. And so I can't wait. Pam, are you on here? I can't wait to hear what she thinks of it, because I couldn't put it down. It was amazing. And then after I do Mapping the Interior, yeah, you, Pam, yay! Thanks for joining me, honey. And then after Mapping the Interior, I'm going to read the 6th book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood, Lover Enshrined, which I happen to have accidentally gotten two copies of this. So if you are reading the Black Dagger Brotherhood or working your way through it and you don't have that book yet, send me a shout. I would be happy to gift it to you if that's something that you're interested in. It is about the vampire. This one will be Fury. Oh, that's good. So Fury is a twin. So listen. And we already heard his twin brother Zadist story, or we've already read it, or I've already read it. So this will be a good one. This one's Fury, because yeah, we met in the beginning. There was my brain totally just. So we learn about Darius, we meet Torment, and then Wrath was his story. And then the next one was the next one I think was Rage, and then Zadist, and then Butch, and then and then now it is Vicious, and then it will be Fury. And that is, we're through the house. Well, not yet. There's more to come. So yay! You missed the first book I showed. Oh, the first one. I'm finishing up Lover Unbound by J.R. Ward. It is the fifth in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I've been limping my way through this one. I after I got out of school, I started it and I thought, oh, I'm gonna chew right through this. It'll be great. And then I traveled to North Carolina, and I'm sorry, but I was not gonna listen to it with my mom next to me in the car. So yeah, absolutely. You're so welcome. So great stuff. I know y'all love to read along with me and that we are following our way through. Pam, I can't wait to hear what you're thinking of the Only Good Indians. And then of course, my next favorite publication is our spring and summer catalog for Journey Essentials. So listen, I got started and I just want to. Oh, good. I know that it's great. I'm glad that you're enjoying it too. I really am. So I got started, and before I got started, I had to put my I had to grab my Helio. You guys know how all this pain, how all this stuff is going, and I don't think that I've been live since I found out that I have an avulsion fracture in my. So basically, what it is in my tricep. So my tricep has pulled a piece of bone away, I guess is the best way that I can kind of describe it. I might be a little bit off the mark there somehow, but so randomly, and we've talked about this, how I have been playing whack-a-mole with my body, and I know that sometimes when and those whether you're live or you're catching this a little bit later and you're watching and you're like, yeah, so those of us with chronic pain, look, I've been well over a year in pain, well over a year. Worked through months and months of physical therapy and knots and a misdiagnosis of bicep tendonitis, which could have just been a side effect of the pinched nerve that I have in my neck. But the doctor didn't listen to me and completely blew me off. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And doesn't matter, didn't matter. So the physical therapist was like, I can tell your whole shoulder is messed up. So we'll do what we can. We'll keep working. And, he's calling it bicep tendonitis, but we know that it's really your whole shoulder. Okay. And so, fast forward a freaking year, y'all. Well, this was a PA, but I'm having issue rotating my arm, my other arm. Okay. The pinched nerve is over here. I'm finally figuring out what's going on over here. And this arm decides it's going to jack up. It's going to do something dumb. So I go to, I get into my doctor. She can't see me. So the nurse practitioner sees me, is looking around. She's like, "Ooh, girl, you are swollen here. I see this. And let's take a look at that." We did x-rays of my forearm and my elbow because it all freaking hurt. And they found the avulsion fracture. I was urgently referred to the same orthopedic office that didn't get it right on this side until nearly a year later. And I'm still waiting for physical therapy for my neck. They're going to do traction. The end of April, I was referred for physical therapy. July 1st is my assessment appointment. Okay, there is a problem here. There is a big problem here. It is no wonder people don't want to go talk to doctors. It is no wonder people would like to skip over physical therapy. It is no wonder. This is a mess. So that's fine. I go see a PA at the orthopedic office because I was like, I don't care who I see. Anybody can refer me for an MRI because I have this thing. I have this avulsion fracture. We Googled it, figured, I understand what it is, understand that it's rare. Way to go, me. Way to beat the odds. I'll be damned, but he says, I think it's bicep tendonitis. I beg your pardon? Wait, what? Did you read the radiology report? Comes in and tells me I told the nurse practitioner something that I didn't tell her, the opposite of what I told her. But I didn't wince enough when he was poking and prodding. You know, my bicep didn't hurt until he poked and prodded me. Okay, so that was crap right there, just to start. So I went home and I cried some more. I followed direction from my family, and I called and asked for a second opinion. And the nurse practitioner called in an order for an MRI, because even on the report, the radiologist says it could be ruled out or made definitive with an MRI as clinically indicated. She thinks, for not even reading it, right? So she tried to get me an MRI, but my insurance company says, well, the referral to the orthopedic office says it's bicep tendonitis, so you can't have an MRI until you've done physical therapy. So unless you get another opinion that says, yes, it's this, then no MRI for you. And so who knows how long I'm going to deal with this. So we do what we have to do. For me, it's this. I don't know how I would survive without it. I put it on right before we got started. I mowed the lawn earlier today before it decided it was going to storm. I mowed the lawn earlier today, and just riding around on the lawnmower and turning that wheel is, oh my gosh, just that, like doing this thing over and over, you know, you twist or you do, you know, right up all that. Oh, it gets so, and then I'm terrified that I'm overdoing it with Benadryl with Motrin. And so this is my go-to, the Helio stick, because I can put it on no matter where I am. And I can really target it too. I can be like, oh, yep. Oh, that even up there. Okay, I'm going up, right? Like I can totally do it. And now that my gabapentin I ran out of that not long after he prescribed it. I had 30 days to take that 3 times a day. And now I'm still waiting to get in for my physical therapy. So this helps me right here. Yep. Because that's a burning sensation. That's a pinched nerve. We know that. Sharp pain over here feels like every once in a while I turn it just right. Feels like the bone is flipping over itself, but ain't nothing wrong with it. So anyway, all my complaining to say this right here. I have a stick for you. If you are having all of these issues, maybe not specifically, is your knee bugging you? Does your knee flare up when you go up and down the stairs? Oh my goodness. Listen, this sounds really funny. When I was traveling, the hotel that we stayed in, the toilet was a lot lower to the ground than mine is at home. And my knees, the side of my knees, from like feeling like I was going to fall. It sounds ridiculous, but this helped because they were tender on the outside. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to fall trying to sit on this toilet or trying to get up from the toilet. It was too fun. But I mean, it hurts. So it helps, right? It helps. So you do your thing. Anyways, thanks for letting me vent. Also, you guys, I bought a bunch of ducks so that I could get them in a row. Are you ready? My other ducks go. Because, right, like y'all know me, I don't have ducks in a row. I have squirrels and they kind of wander around and I don't even know. Aren't they cute? Look at how adorable they are. You guys, I'm telling you, if you don't hit that little $3 spot when you first walk into Target, you are missing out. I got 4 today. Here's my 4th. Got one that looks like a little camper, and then this one's fancy. It's got gold on it. See? But they're little rubber ducks. Aren't they the cutest little things? I love them. I think they're so cute. So, yeah. So then I was gonna, I just wanted to catch up. Y'all, I miss ya. So thanks, Pam. I think they are too. And like I said, I wanted to have ducks in a row because, you know, who does that? I don't know. Got ducks in a row. Maybe they have to go like this. Rubber duck. I only have 3 of my ducks in a row. Only 3. There, aren't they adorable? So adorable. I know. So cute. So cute. So, what are you guys doing? What is happening? I know that we've been talking a little bit about summer plans and all that in the VIP group. There's people who are traveling, who are going to go have a great time, who are celebrating weddings and babies and all the wonderful things. We have a wedding in July, at the end of July, and then midway through July, I think we're going to go to Escanaba. I don't know how to spell that. Anyways, it's in the Upper Peninsula and I've never been. And I have so my husband's uncle retired there and he used to live in Minnesota apparently. And so like loads of fun. Escanaba. Gabby's got me. Escanaba into moonlight. That's the only reason I know that word. I don't even where are my fellow weird movie friends? That movie was a hoot. And Jeff Daniels was in that. And I guess he's from Michigan too, right? And then who else? There's a bunch of others. He was in Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell's from Michigan. Fancy, right? Yeah. So, anyways, so we're going to Escanaba at some point this summer. My husband's uncle is moving into his retirement home or his retirement community somewhere between the 11th and the 15th. And then I think we're going to go up there for a handful of days, which means I get to go across the bridge again. And for those of you who are counting, that will be time. I don't know if I'm driving this time. But there may be a second time that this girl has to drive over the bridge. Listen, us trolls are just fine staying under the bridge. Just fine. Us mitten people will be fine. Because that bridge, 5 miles, and you can't just go zipping across it. And there's one whole lane on either side that's like a grate. Like, listen, I know my car's big, but it's frightening. Please don't make me fall. It's a scary thing. Has anybody driven over the Mackinac Bridge besides me? You haven't. You've ridden across it. I had too when I was your age a couple times by then. It is one of those things. No, nobody's driven across it. That's all right. I have once. I went over it last year about this time, shortly, maybe in a couple weeks, a year. We went up for Gabby's birthday. We went to Mackinac Island. We stayed in Mackinac City, which is under the bridge. And the day we left, I said, hey, I need to prove to myself that I can do this. And my husband was like, all right. So, yeah, it's been almost a year since that. Yeah, I know. And Gabby took pictures of me driving because I needed to prove it to myself. You might have when you went to a family wedding in the UP. Yeah. I would guess you probably did, unless you went through Canada. Some people drive through, like, go through Canada to go. And then there's people who, like my husband's uncle, came from Minnesota. They came through the UP and then down the bridge to get into the Mitten. It's just as long from like Wisconsin or Minnesota. It's just as far to go up into Canada and then down through the Upper Peninsula or go all the way around the bottom of Lake Michigan. It is a long trek. Unless you decide you want to get on the ferry and go across Lake Michigan. You can actually get on a ferry with your car. But I think it's expensive. Tammy's not on here. She's done it. She went last summer on the ferry with her mother-in-law to go get a dog. She was adopting a dog. It was it was a cool thing, neat little story. Sad, kind of. She had lost her dogs, and she loves American Eskimos, and so kind of a neat story. They got on the ferry with a car, and then went across Lake Michigan, and how wild is that, right? We went to Minnesota one time for a softball tournament, like World Series, and we thought about taking the ferry, but then we were like, it's just expensive for us and on our car and all that kind of stuff. So we drove down and around through Chicago up. And then there's this thing called the Dells in Wisconsin, I think, the Wisconsin Dells or something. Like, it was weird. There were it was a lot of different kind of stuff that I was just kind of like, this is wild. Like things I'd not ever heard of, I guess, for the most part. So very cool. It was a neat trip. And then we were in Rochester, Minnesota, and we actually stayed across from the Mayo Clinic. We were in a hotel where a lot of people who were being seen at the clinic were. So it was very interesting. It was very interesting. So one of these days I'm gonna have to do a trivia on how many hey-heys are back there. I just got like image of all of the because y'all know hey-hey is like my spirit animal. It's hey-hey and Stitch. Okay. So I'm like looking, and I know I was cleaning in here so that I could set up a bed for my mother-in-law, and I was cleaning, and I was like, oh, there's another hey. Oh, there's another hey. So fun. You're gonna guess at least 7. I'm gonna guess at least 7. There might be more. And I have, so then there's an Ewok over there, but then right there is a Lego set that I have to put together. Tori got me. I'm just terrified. I'm no good at Legos. She's fantastic. She does a great job, but she really does do a great job with Legos. It's super fun. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Anybody want to talk about any new books, new things, or should I do my self-care stick truth or dare? What do you guys think? What should we do? Self-care, truth or dare? Why don't you guys chime in? The booklets really help. Oh yeah, they do. Yes, especially when they come in like their little. It was a little box set kind of thing, and they're they've got it all. They have all the pieces together. She even does. She just got Diagon Alley from like the Harry Potter series, so she has like Gringotts all the way at the end, and then you put it together, and it's each little shop. And so you can either leave it wide open or you can close it to make the alley. So cool. It is so cool. I have a picture, Pam. I'll have to send it to you. She has it set up like wide open right now on a dresser in her closet. It is so cool. So cool. Yeah, absolutely. So what do you guys think? Do you guys want to do truth or dare? Am I going to have to get a tiebreaker? Dare. Yeah. Gibby, you still here? That's okay. She's got her boys. It's her and the boys tonight or this week. Are you good for a dare? Yeah, good for a dare. All right, let's do it. All right, a dare. Ready? That's truth. Let's read the dare part. It's this dark green one. So dare, start a dream journal. Hey, I like it. Start a dream journal. Have it handy by the bed so that when you wake up, you can write down any dreams you remember. Listen, I'd have to wake up and write them down in the middle of the night because that's when I have them. But that's cool. So start a dream journal. And then did you know that you can like Google the meaning of your dreams? They've done a lot of research. There's even like journals on your dream journal. Um, but yeah, like I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I was talking to somebody. I had been talking to somebody at this, like, I don't know if we were like camping or we were in like barracks or dorm or something like that. And people were just being dumb. And so I need to know what that is. I don't know what that means. And then I woke up and I smelled permanent marker at one point this morning. Go poof as soon as you wake up. You're like your dad. But sometimes if you can just try, like I try to grab onto something that really stuck to me and then I can remember more. That's the only reason I remember that I was in a barracks or something, or it was like a dorm of some sort. And we were like, I never went away to camp or anything like that. I never did any of that stuff. So it's not a memory that I have. So I try to hold on to stuff. And then though at 6 o'clock this morning, I woke up and I swear I smelled permanent marker, like Sharpie. Unless there are specific people in it, like you know them in real life. Yeah. No, I get that too. I don't know these people. And isn't it funny how sometimes, have you ever seen or caught this? Like, I don't always see faces, but I know who I'm talking to. Like, I know who it is. And I know who's talking to me, but I don't always see their face. Like their face is like right? Like it's weird. But yeah, no, I totally know that too. Yeah. And then you kind of remember it if you knew the person or know the person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. So start a dream journal. Okay. And then maybe if you do it a little, Gab, maybe it'll remember more. Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate you. Sorry that I had to push it to be a little bit later than I had originally planned. Things happen, right? Things happen. But I'm trying to show up a little bit more regularly. I know you guys know that I've struggled a lot lately. My own health journey, my own health stuff going on, but then also just things, right? Grief is not. I would say grief is not absent in my life right now, and grief for several things, and then that leads to a lot of different things. But I think that the one thing, because I've been meditating on it a little bit, I've been journaling on it a little bit. I'm just some depression in there too over the things that I'm grieving, and then things happen, and I really wish that they didn't, but it also sends me kind of in a spiral. And so although I really try to be transparent with people, there's just a lot of things that I don't share, and when I do, it sort of feels like I'm giving an excuse, and that's really not what I want it to be either. And so I guess there's a piece of me somewhere that's like, well, but I also don't owe anybody anything. Does that make sense? I don't mean it to sound mean or ugly or anything like that, but I also just know that, like, we all could, handle giving people grace, whether we know why or we don't know why. And truly not even, this is not directed at anybody in particular. I have genuinely been thinking about this for a long time, and in my own thing, right? Thank you, Pam. I thank you for that. It's one of those things that I've just been like, I mean, I've said it. I've said it out loud to people. I've said it on here that I'm still getting 31. I miss 31. Do you know, I did a bundle party a few weeks ago. Has it been a few weeks? Maybe it was last week. And I had at least 3 people say, "Man, I miss 31." And my response was, "Me too. I really do." And everybody's moving on. Everybody's doing their thing, and whether they're, they've sold their stuff, or they've they're keeping what they're, like I still have stash to get rid of, but I have stuff that's not negotiable. It's not going anywhere. I'm keeping it. And so a lot of people are doing all their things. Gabby says grief is something that permeates everything every single day, whether we realize it or not. And you're absolutely right, Gabby. It takes over. It really can. And I spend, like, my career is in helping people understand that, helping people know that it is okay to grieve, and that we grieve not just people. We grieve our health, right? We grieve the loss of a job. We grieve, like, there's stuff like friendships that are not the same because of things that have changed, right? That is all, it's all part of it. And I've really had to see, look, I can tell people this all day long, just like I've said a zillion times. I can teach young ladies how to set a boundary and what they need to do in order to keep it strong. I can teach them. I can help them understand the red flags of relationships, whether that's a romantic relationship or a friendship. When it's time to terminate a relationship, right? I can help them with all of that. But I'll be damned if I can do that for myself sometimes. Like, there's plenty of time. There's some things that I've really, really grown in, and I will admit that. But I really don't congratulate myself with that. I think that I owe somebody else that praise. But it's just so interesting. It's just so interesting. And then I just keep thinking, like, and this is me reflecting, because this is what people with a growth mindset do, is we are open. We like we're open to change. The power of yet, right? I can't do that yet. That doesn't mean that I won't ever. I can meet a challenge. I don't know how to do this, and just because I've not ever done it doesn't mean I'm not going to try, right? Like, those kind of things. Absolutely. We reflect on our actions and decide what we can do better and try to put that into play, right? That's a growth mindset. We listen not only to reply, but we listen to understand, right? Like, one of the things that comes to me, and I will tell my students this all the time, is if your response starts with, well, you're defensive. And that's your sign. You're feeling defensive, and that response is not going to get you anywhere. So stop, right? And so, like, that, I feel like that's growth, right? Recognizing that, yep, I do it all the time. Yeah, absolutely. And it is one of those things, and I have caught myself on multiple occasions when my reaction, and I in fact, I just told somebody this yesterday, that I caught myself because I know that if my initial response starts with, well, nope, stop. Go back and rehear, or reread, or try to listen again, because the defensiveness is not going to be helpful in this situation. What could be different? What could we do different? Right? And so, like, I need to own up to something, right? Oh my goodness, you know what? You're absolutely right. And And I have what seems like reason, but it also seems like an excuse. And that's where I've been struggling, is that I shouldn't have. And the same thing goes with this chronic illness, this whack-a-mole that I'm struggling with right now. I just get something figured out and something else starts in. And it is infuriating, and it is frustrating, and I'm going to go with debilitating. And I can't be who I want to be. And then I'm annoyed, not only with that, but then that I get like this again, and I feel like it's a defensiveness. I don't owe anybody an explanation. Listen, everybody has crap that they're dealing with. What's that? Right? Like there are days when I pull into a parking lot and I'm like, are you kidding me? The cart corral is 2 spots over. But who knows? Maybe they really needed a handicapped spot and they could not get it. And that was as good as they could do. Maybe they don't want to walk those 2 spots because they've got somebody in the car who can't just sit there in the car alone. Right? I remember those days. It's okay. Everybody is battling something that we know nothing about. Nothing. And they do not owe us an explanation. And if we can just be kind, I feel like giving grace, but I want it, so I better. Right? Yep. Oh, Gabby says, condition to have a reason. Gabby, you know this about me. How often do I apologize for shit that I don't need? Sorry, YouTube. For stuff I don't have to apologize for. It's not my fault. But right? Depression's best friend, anxiety. That's why we apologize. That's why we say, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Because we've been conditioned. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my ADHD, my brain is pinging. I'm sorry my ducks aren't in a row. They're in a great big pile right here on top of a book that they don't belong on. I'm sorry. But I still do it. We do. We all do. And I get feisty. So this has been my day today though. Back and forth. I don't know anybody an explanation, but I feel like I owe everybody an apology. Because nobody listens to me. And they keep telling me I have bicep tendonitis, and I don't. Or I might, but it's not the problem. It's not where it all started. And it's not the end all be all of it. So doctors need to stop. Listen, don't go in there with your mind already made up about what somebody has. Talk to them. Listen to them. Listen to their life. You might learn something. Until he poked me in several places in it. And where it connects, where it ends and connects down here, it was swollen, but it didn't hurt. Guess what? It hurts now. listen. That's where I'm going to focus. How can I help? What can I do? What pain are you carrying with you? I shared mine. Well, I shared some of mine. Gabby heard a lot of it today. Because we had an appointment together. We got our eyebrows did. We got our sculpt on. Look at my beautiful eyebrows. Aren't they lovely? And she did my lip for me for free because she's awesome and I can't see my lip to fix it. So it's fine. Now, when I wear my contacts, I'm like, oh crap, but I can't. Let me take this contact out. Can't fix nothing. It's fine. Active listening is a powerful skill to have. Not everyone knows how to do it. Right. Well, and I think that there's a piece where people listen and then there's awkward silence, so they fill it right away. And that's not necessary either, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's really where I want to focus for a while is, and that's part of my job on a daily basis anyways. It's not like as a Jordan Essentials consultant, definitely tell me what pain you're carrying. What can I do for you? How can I help you find a solution for it? Because I can. We have lots. Do we have the end all be all? But we have a lot of natural solutions. Did you know that we have a product right now that can help with hyperpigmentation? So you know how like when you're pregnant and you have like weird little I had extra dark over my lip and out in the sun. And let me tell you, in the Texas sun, it wasn't feeling very pretty. And so like you can get like dark spots and different things, and that happens sometimes with pregnancy hormones. Sometimes it sticks around. Sometimes for some people it's just a regular skin condition. Did you know that our vitamin C serum actually helps with that? It helps to even out that pigmentation. I didn't know that. I didn't know that till somebody I talked to today told me. What? That's a solution that we have? Yeah. This is mine for everything. Headaches. Gabby uses the crap out of her sugar plum. We're going to try the charcoal for some redness in our cheeks. The charcoal soap that we have, our detoxifying soap, right? These are things that we can all do. Copa Calm. I can't wait to hear how that's helping Gab's legs at night. Right? The sleep spray and stick. Rub that sleep stick on the bottom of your feet before you put your feet under the covers. Or if you wear socks to bed, that could be really nice too. Put it on the bottom of your feet and then put socks on. Some people don't like to wear socks to bed. It depends. If my feet are too hot or too cold, I can't sleep. Gabby, it's amazing. I love it so much. The sugar plum or the Helio, or both, probably both. I think I'm gonna get in the tub and do me one of these soaks. I feel like this is on my agenda. It is I use the shea butter and the stick all the time. I'm gonna get the spray too, and see how that helps both. But I was actually talking about the Copa Calm. Oh good, baby. I'm so glad. And right now, some of the stuff, there's the different sprays and stuff. And when you're really, really warm, did you know you can put them in the fridge? And it's a nice cool spray that helps you, but is also cooling. People say that Gabby, you can't have this stuff because it's got the chamomile in it, but the Skin Relief is wonderful for sunburn. And the spray is amazing. So the Skin Relief comes in I keep one in my bathroom, and it comes in a little tub like about this big. And I put it on like the super dry spots that I have. And which, so it's great. It doesn't have any scent to it. You can like get some out and drop a little bit of essential oil in it if you want, and then rub it in or put it wherever you need to put it. But it's free from all of those things. And so the spray is perfect because then you're not rubbing lotion on to a burn, and that hurts, right? But if you spray it on a burn, it helps it. I saw photographs from a gal who went to Disney over the weekend and got scorched. She wore a tank top, dingle, and she was really, really red. Sprayed it on, went to bed. The next day, it was barely pink. And she said, and then I discovered putting it in the refrigerator. And I was like, oh, girl, what? Hot flashes? Get your magnesium spray and put it in the fridge. Yup. The raspberry one, yeah, because that you can put on your face. Close your eyes, close your mouth, take a breath, spritz, spritz, spritz. You can put it over your makeup. I also learned today, listen, I'm a learning fool, but I also learned today that our amazing tinted moisturizer is our fabulous Daily Dew with a tint. What? So cool. Also, I need to tell you, the Kabuki brush. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I've been using a sponge to put on my tinted moisturizer. There's something wrong with me. The Kabuki brush, more of it goes on my face than gets sucked into the sponge. So I don't have to pump so many times. And it feels so nice. You guys, it feels so nice going on. That Kabuki brush, you just rub that stuff in and you can blend it. It's perfect. Perfect. Oh my Lanta, I just love it. Just love it. Gab says, oh yeah, a Kabuki brush gives you better coverage since it doesn't soak up as much product. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But I took it, Gabby, I took it to Lindsay's baby shower, and I was doing my makeup, and I'm in the bathroom, and I went pump, and pump, because the sponge, I'm like, I get it on there and then like boop, 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 like you taught me, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. I didn't need so much. So, but it's great coverage. Absolutely wonderful. My skin doesn't break out. I have pretty decent skin. When I was much younger, I had crappy skin. I had really crappy oily skin, and now I don't really have too many issues. Do have some redness that I notice on occasion on my cheeks, little bits here and there, and it's not like blush or anything. It's just me, and I think it might be allergy-ish, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then, but I put that stuff on and I don't have any, and then I purposefully make it a little pink, right? With the blush, right? With a little tinter. And then, oh man, just so many great options between our lip balms and our lip tint and our lipstick. So lovely. I'll have to send a picture of me and my niece, or put it in the VIP group, because boy, oh boy, I just love that kid, and she looks radiant as a mom. And I look pretty darn cute too. So, okay, so great. I've caught up with everybody. Thank you so much for popping on here with me and hanging out. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. I'm so sorry. But y'all know I kind of get on soapboxes. I'm sorry. Again, I know. We'll all get better. But thank you. I really appreciate y'all spending some time with me. If you're watching the replay, thanks so much. Be sure to give me a holler. come find me. I'm so self-care is how we roll, is our channel name, is the channel name. And it's my VIP group on Facebook. Come find me. Come on over, shoot me a message. Let me know. Let me know what I can do for you. How can I help? I will talk to y'all again real soon. I'm going to try to go live a little bit more frequently here and in the VIP group. So much easier on YouTube because it doesn't shut my whole computer down because I still can't figure out how to go live on my phone anymore. So we'll figure it out. But all right. Love y'all. Have a great night. I'll see you again soon. Bye.